We're all fans of steak in this house and we all love a filet, but cooking a whole bunch can be a bit of a pain and a little difficult. We're gonna show you how you can cook one whole big filet. Cook once, feed a bunch of people. Because we're gonna take a whole filet, a whole tenderloin, just like you'd see it like a Costco, where I happen to get the one I'm gonna be using today. I'm gonna show you how to trim it, make it perfect, end up with the piece that we're gonna roast. You have all kinds of other stuff. It's gonna be so good. You ready to see what we're dealing with? Here's what I bought. Ooh, hits with some authority. This is an 8.32 pound whole beef tenderloin, untrimmed. This was $23.99 a pound. You can buy them all cleaned up for $8 a pound more. Is it worth it? We'll see at the end, but I think it's important to understand how to deal with something like this. And when I say deal with something like this, we're gonna wanna cook this part right here, the middle. This is the chateaubriand. This is the shit of people's dreams. But first we gotta get out of this, start to clean it up. Let me show you how that happens. To start, I'm definitely gonna need some paper towel. This definitely has the potential to ick some people out. But listen, this is important stuff to know. So let's dry this side. I just don't want it so wet while I'm working on it. All right, let's look at what we got here. So you see, it gets a little skinny down here. It's a little big up here. It's got this weird little like side monster head thing to it. Can deal with all of this. This is fat. See that? This is fat. You'd recognize that. But this side, this is silver skin. Fat will render. Cook it long enough, it gets soft, it renders, it's good. I mean, look, Max.
It looks a bit like Jabba the Hutt if he was stretched out straight.
It does. Look at that piece of fuck is that? The only thing you really need is a sharp knife. And yes, I'm gonna suggest Sam the Cooking Guy 6-inch boner. Sorry, 6-inch boning knife. But any sharp knife will do. Don't even attempt this if you've got a knife that's as sharp as a spoon. So here's what we're gonna do. The big pieces of fat, in some cases, we'll just pull off like that. In other cases, we wanna get them off ourselves. So just start. It takes you a minute to get there, but you'll see how this happens. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just start getting some of these bigger hunks of fat off because they're not really gonna be anybody's friend. But I'm gonna keep my knife parallel to the tenderloin because I don't wanna go down and dig out. I just want this top layer of nonsense. See, like this I don't want. And this piece here, this piece is not gonna be good for anybody. So just take your time. I will just sit back and not talk for a second and just work. And you'll see how this whole thing starts to come together. I'm telling you. It's the ugliest effing thing in the world right now, but when I'm done, you'll be crying over how pretty it is. And there's a piece right here. See my knife coming through? There's a piece down this side. You can get off mostly with your hand. This is called the chain. And it's a mix of beef and fat that if you really wanted, you could grind it up. Not my favorite part, but it definitely has a place. So just let the whole thing happen. I'll unveil as I go. If you come to a piece like this, go underneath it like that, and then there you go, okay? We're trying to preserve as much of this meat as we can. All right, you see this? Now we're getting into some of the silver skin here, and this kind of stuff is just goodbye Jack. Go underneath, come up the other side. The suggestion I always tell people is just take your time. There's no reason to rush any of this stuff, and just get as much as you can off. Now, silver skin here, right? This has got to come off. If you take my knife, just poke there and then grab it, keep it at an angle, you'll start to expose. You can see, you're never chewing through that, ever in a million years. You pull taut and you angle and off you come. All right, how much better are we looking right now? These little wispy bits are okay. I mean, really at this point, it's sort of up to you if you want to keep them. But now here's this piece, right? This weird head. I don't really know what to call it. But this I like to take off, and this is gonna be good. This is, I mean, great meat, this here. Right, so like this, little extra fat, trim this up, get some of this off, and you've got like a great little piece for stir frying, little steak tips kind of thing. It's gonna be great, okay? So we'll count this in with our total weight. This guy here just needs a couple more pieces taken off, and then we'll do a little weigh test and see where we ended up. Okay, this, you could cut a beautiful fillet out of that. You get a gorgeous 8-ounce fillet out of that, have extra on the sides. Perfect. This guy, I already told you, cut this up, stir fry, steak tips, whatever you want. That's great. And now, here we go. So, could I clean this up even a little bit more? I could, but I'm okay with this. So, if I go like this, I want to cook this piece right here. So I'm going to cut here. This is all the good pile. And I want to cut right here. Okay, here's what you've got. You've got all these pieces and that gorgeous kid, right? Let's weigh this and see what we've got. All right, so here's the way we're going to do this. I put a baking sheet on here. It reads 12.45 ounces. Clear it out. It's now 0. And now we can add this beautiful piece, these guys, and this guy. 5.31 pounds. All right, we took 3 pounds off. So if I go like this, I go $199 divided by 5.31 pounds, $37 a pound. It's cheaper if I bought it already trimmed.
Really?
Yeah, $31.79, $37.47.
And you're positive you remember what they were per pound?
I took a picture of it. Can't be more positive than $31.79 a pound. I'm fucking looking at it. I paid $24 a pound for it untrimmed. By the time I trimmed 3 pounds off of it, my per pound cost became 37. You can buy them already trimmed for 32. So what are you gonna do? Here's what's gone on here. I've shown you how to trim a whole tenderloin. And I don't think I did a terrible job. I mean, I was not taking out giant cuts of meat. The point of this was to show you that by trimming yourself, you'd be saving money. Apparently not. And I don't understand how this happened. I think I'm gonna have to get a butcher to tell me what just happened here. I didn't do anything stupid, did I? I mean, we're not doing anything wrong with our math. So my suggestion is, buy the trimmed one. But it's not about that, he said, hoping the audience would forget. It's about what we do with it now and turning it into little roasts that you can serve a bunch of your family people, all right? I'm gonna go have 2 shots of tequila and I'll come back and then we'll start some searing and cooking and vegging. There you go. Vegging is in vegetables, not vegging as in lamenting the fact that you paid $5 more a pound and did the work. There you go, that's the result of my hard work. My $5 a pound more hard work, apparently, which I don't understand. Doesn't matter, we can get over this. Now I just need to season this guy. Pardon me, I was so caught up in trimming and then trying to figure out how the pricing went that I think I failed to tell you that we were gonna reverse sear it. It kind of takes the work away. The idea of cooking a whole bunch of steaks is fine, but the idea of cooking one that serves a bunch of people, in my mind, that's definitely finer. All right, let me get a pan. And our lubrication du jour will be beef tallow. How great's that gonna be? Could be oil, but if you got beef tallow, I say you use it. And no, we didn't make this, we bought it. But still, that's completely legal. Now that that's melting, all I need at this point is color all the way around. This will take a few minutes. I could have tied it up. That's not necessary. It's fine like this. It's gonna be great. When you got color, turn it. Nice, good color too, as opposed to the shitty color, I guess. So like it's been in 30 seconds and it looks like that. No, we went deeper. Just in case you don't know what reverse searing is, we're gonna sear it in this pan to get color all the way around it, but just the outside. Then we move it into an oven to let it finish cooking evenly. That's how you're gonna get a perfect, even doneness all the way through. Getting there. Just keep going till it's beautiful all the way around. All right, this guy comes out, in goes a little more tallow and some vegetables. You want to give these guys just a couple of minutes to start to do something great. You're looking at some cremini mushrooms, some rainbow carrots, some shallots, and some whole peeled garlic. This will be a little bed for our roast to sit on. Little thyme, little rosemary. Let this start to mix. Little tallow left, so why not? Try and get the herbs in that. That'll wake them up. All right, make a little bed. Bring our filet back. Set them right on top. And then a little beef broth. Just a little. Let it bubble for a sec. Kill the heat and say goodbye. We're going into a 375 oven. And There we are. There's the star of the show. How you doing, buddy? You're looking pretty good. Look at all the vegetables. Got super soft and nice. This took about between 20 and 25 minutes. Oh, the carrots, everything's perfecto. Okay, I love this. All right, let's take this guy out first, though. And I'll put him right here to cut. I gave him about 10 minutes to rest because you need to let the juices reabsorb the way it was cooked. Look, if I took this off a hot grill, for sure you have to let it rest. Doing a reverse sear, it's not quite as important, but it's always a good idea to do it. So let's just check right in the middle and see how we've done. And that looks nice, doesn't it? Damn it. Always makes me happy when I see that. So let's do this. I tell you what, we'll just build this little board here. Remember, think about you're entertaining. So how would you do this? So let's cut some nice slices. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look how pretty that is. Okay, good. That's nothing to be upset about, Sam. And now, just our vegetables. Here, here, here. Oh, the shallot and the mushrooms. God, yeah. That's pretty. That's some pretty stuff right there. You don't need anything else. That would make me very happy. Well, this would make me very happy too. Okay, well, I've cut myself, but here's the bite I want. I want a piece of the garlic. Oh, look at this. Mush. That's gonna be fantastic. I pulled this one, it was about 133 degrees. Let it rest. Could have let it rest a little more, but we were anxious. And that bite with that little roasted clove of garlic. All right, I made one mistake. I only put like 6 cloves of garlic in. I should have put 65. The sweet of the garlic, once it's been roasted, is incredible. That filet is so good. Did I overpay and then end up doing more work? I don't know. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this somehow. All right, we'll get to the bottom of this. Coming up on the next Sam the Cooking Guy, Sam visits Costco and has a conversation with the butcher to figure out what the hell's going on. That's what I'm saying. It's an amazing piece of meat. I love Costco. I love their meat. I got to do my math a different way to make myself feel good about this. All right. Thanks, you guys. Hit the subscribe button. We love having you here. It's a perfect time of year to be thinking about this. Turkey, and we always do 2 things. Think about it.